So the last of the finals in the coverage from Hawke's Bay for the 2009 CIK Trophy of New Zealand presented by Genite. It is the final of KF3 and Junior Intercontinental A. Ari Hutton, Chris Cox going at it early. Daniel Kinsman in there as well. Oh, Cox with a moment there off the curbs. As I said before, it's all about momentum, this track. You can't afford to make too much contact with the curbs because it takes the better part of a lap to really get the momentum back up and running. It's all about flow, exit speed off the highest speed corners. And the two tightest parts of the racetrack, which the drivers are heading towards now, the first one being the left-hand hairpin, right here, and it's a lot tighter than it looks on the coverage. Just a brief lift to the left-hander, onto the main straight, past the flag stand. This is the second crucial corner, the top hairpin. So Ari Hutton, Chris Cox just getting some distance between themselves now and Daniel Kinsman. Kinsman's dropped back about 2 kart lengths. This is Jamie McNee and Tom Alexander. McNee making his return to kart sport after a couple of seasons racing in the MTA New Zealand Formula Ford Championships. Alexander running in the colours of Mag and Turbo. He's been pretty solid throughout the weekend so far in KF3 and Junior Intercontinental A. So Ari Hutton looking for the first major championship victory for a KF3 spec kart. Former New Zealand cadet and junior restricted champ. With recent international experience, having raced at the Macau Grand Prix towards the end of last year. Pretty much a similar combination to what you see here. So again, going through the results so far over the weekend for KF3 and JICA, Chris Cox was the top qualifier, the 100cc Perilla Arrow. Ari Hutton won the first heat and the second heat. Chris Cox won heat 3. Ari Hutton won the pre-final. That put him off the pole for the final. And problems there for Cox. Chris Cox is out of the race. That's taken so much pressure off Ari Hutton. Well, that's a sad end to the weekend for the Christchurch driver. If it's any consolation, we saw him take out the final of Junior Yamaha. So that moves Daniel Kinsman up into the second position. So Ari Hutton with the pressure off now. Chris Cox out of the race. So that should see Stan Tangaroa Green up to third, Jamie McNee fourth, Patrick Davey in fifth. Paul Blomqvist unfortunately didn't start, neither did Mitchell Brown. They both had problems going into the final. Chris Cox, a retirement here in the final. And a sad end to the young Christchurch drivers weekend. 24, Patrick Davey, one of the 3 KF3 spec drivers this weekend. Mitchell Brown was another one, but he did not start the final. Of course, Ari Hutton out in front with this TM-powered Tony kart. Smooth as ever. Total concentration around this 678 metre long Hawke's Bay Kart Club. So the setup's crucial. You want the karts to be a little bit better towards the end of the race. You don't want to have them generating too much grip early, overheat the tyres. The teams have been trying to release grip all throughout the weekend, making major setup changes. They can alter the width of the wheel track across the kart as the last lap comes up here for Ari Hutton. They can alter the tyre pressures. They can alter the position of the seats. so many other changes. You've got caster changes in the front end, even down to the rear axle. A whole lot of different rear axle combinations with different thicknesses, and they all do different things on different kinds of racetracks. But it's Ari Hutton who's going to take out the CIK Trophy of New Zealand for KF3 and Junior Intercontinental 8. He celebrates at the checkered flag, and he was a whopping 11 seconds ahead of Daniel Kinsman at the end of the race. So Hutton with the win from Daniel Kinsman. Great result there for Stan Tangaroa Green in third. Then it was Jamie McNee and Patrick Davey.
Ari, congratulations, long race, but you got there in the end, had a struggle early on.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we're just getting the kart to come on at the start, and I had Chris behind me at the start, which put me under a lot of pressure, but unfortunately he seized it, looked like, so yeah, it was just easy from then on, yeah.
Once you're there, are you clear, you just backed off and cruised home?
Yeah, I backed off. I didn't want to wreck anything or do anything silly, so yeah.
Stan, bit of a lonely race really in third place.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was happy to take the fourth, but then Chris came off, and a bit of a shame, but I'm happy to take the third. It's a good race.
Daniel, a hard weekend, you came home second, but really nothing you can do about the first place getter.
Yeah, it was hard, 100 or air cooled. You know, it's pretty tough to keep it going for 35 laps, but yeah, Ari drove well and yeah, really deserved it.
And then earlier in the day you had a bit of a mishap. What happened there?
Yeah, that was a bit freaky. In the third heat, something happened and yeah, it ended up electrocuting me off the end of the straight. So that hurt a bit, and definitely not 100%, but still happy we got a decent result.